My name is Christina, and before we get into this video about relaxation today, I'd like to tell you a little bit about myself. So, I suffer from anxiety and depression, and I have experienced some pretty traumatic things in my life. And I'm going to be sharing with you today some tips and tricks on managing those feelings. Now, don't get me wrong, if you haven't had anxiety or depression or been through anything particularly traumatic, this doesn't mean that you don't need relaxation in your everyday life. Everybody benefits from this. So I hope you find this video useful. Let's talk about our first day back at work. Your alarm jolts you awake and the thought crosses your mind, it's back to store today. Well, this might fill you with excitement, or for some of us, it fills us with anxiety. This is completely normal. At this point, you can take control, but you can also make a huge difference to the thought process way before this moment even happens, by taking time to relax and come to terms with the thoughts and the changes that we're all going through the day before or as the day moves on as well. This should help you become aware of your thoughts without being consumed by them, and actually see the situation in its truer and usually much brighter light. Let's create something that starts the day in a positive mindset by setting aside only 5 to 10 minutes ideally, or as little or as much time as you can spare. There are no rules as such, it's just as much as you can spare. Once you get used to how you do these techniques, you can help your mind take control of any situation by taking some or all of the following steps. Don't worry if it doesn't work straight away, however. This is basically training your mind to work in a different way. It can take a few attempts to master this. You may be looking at my situation and thinking, this is a really good environment for relaxation, but I don't have anywhere like this. Well, first of all, sitting down somewhere is ideal because you can relax easier. You can stand, but let's run through some basics first. If you're in a chair, uncross your legs and keep your feet flat on the ground, knees about hip distance apart. Sit on the edge of your seat so that your pelvis tilts slightly forward and you have a long upright spine. If you don't have a chair, as silly as it may sound, you can take some time in the bathroom or on the floor, just like how I'm sat now. Sometimes we have to take the time where we can find it. So start by breathing deeply through your nose, counting 4 seconds, and then out of your mouth with a sigh. This sigh can be audible or silent. If you find this length hard, try a shorter time to start with, and as you relax, you'll be able to breathe in longer. Sometimes when we're uptight, our body is working at a faster pace, and you can find that breathing in for long amounts of time can be a little bit difficult at first. Now, concentrate on dropping your shoulders. With each breath, picture you are letting go of any to-do lists or worrisome thoughts, and if thoughts like this do occur, let them just wash over you. Try and stay calm and breathe. So we're just going to breathe a little bit now, counting in for 4 seconds and breathing out with a sigh. You may have even noticed that my shoulders are dropping as I'm doing this. Now, as you continue to breathe, bring focus to your face. Are you frowning? Is there tension in your jaw? If so, make a point of relaxing these muscles whilst breathing in and out slowly. In for 4 seconds. And out. Slowly work down from your face to your shoulders, to your arms, your hands, and your legs. Relax all the muscles as you go down, breathing in, relaxing on the breath out. As you breathe in, imagine an elongation going through your spine, upwards. As you breathe out, imagine roots growing from your feet into the ground. This may sound a bit strange, but this actually helps you to ground within your situation and your actual physical surroundings. It also gives you strength and stability. Imagine what it feels like to smile without smiling physically. And remember that you have the ability to call upon this feeling. Your mind is really powerful. We're going to take some more slow breaths, and you can repeat this for as long as you want or need. As we carry on breathing nice and slowly and deeply, we get ready to come back to our senses slowly. But first of all, let's affirm a positive affirmation as to how the first day will more than likely go. After waking from your sleep, you head to the bathroom for your usual routine. If you shower, you'll notice that turning up the heat after leaving your warm bed is satisfying and comforting. Eating breakfast is important in any form that you feel comfortable with. Final preparations begin before you embark on your journey. You grab your work bag, your prepared packed lunch, your hand sanitizer and/or your wipes, your trusty water bottle, and you throw them all in your bag. Before opening the front door, you remember to breathe. You've got this. It could even be a little exciting. During your journey to work, you notice the increased volume of traffic. You take this time to think through the previous steps. This is if you drive, of course. If you're walking, as you walk, make sure to keep conscious of how your mind is feeling, and if you feel the need to breathe in and breathe out, do so. You remember the feeling of a smile, and one slowly creeps across your face. You've called upon this feeling, and you've managed to manifest it. Once you arrive at work, you greet your team with a wave and ask them how they're doing. Your store leader opens the store, ensuring you enter one at a time. It is a bit different, this experience, but you feel safe with your colleagues. They really do care about you. Take note of this moment and really fill out the comfort of the clothes that you're in. This allows you to move more freely, and it creates a sense of calm and grounding as you realise this is going to be okay and you can do this. You prepare your PPE, put on your gloves and give your visor a quick and final wipe down with some alcohol wipes before putting it onto your head. You may have some anxious thoughts here. Remember to breathe, and you have the power to smile. This is different, but nothing that you cannot control. Morning brief begins, and your store leader accounts for everyone, checks that you're all okay, and this again reminds you, you are not alone. We are all here for each other. The day progresses, and you may see some customers, you may not. But the important thing is communication. Your team are here with you each step of the way, with advice if you forget something, or reassurance if you become uneasy. As I say, this is an affirmation. It may not go exactly to plan, and you may have some ups and downs. So whenever you start feeling anxious or worried, repeat the few steps that we mentioned before with the breathing, the relaxation, and trying to smile. And if you have time, you can play this whole thing again, and maybe the day before you return to work. I hope this helps. Remember, you are not alone. There is always someone to listen, even if it's someone that is in your store or outside of your store. Have a lovely day and a great night's sleep.